Welcome to the show, everyone. I'm excited about bringing on my first guest. And the reason why is because she's a listener. And I love that when my listeners that actually reach out to me to want to come on the show as well. So thank you for this. I have with me Margie Savage, and she is the owner of LifeWave. You represent them. I want you to talk a little bit about you. Before you came on, you were so excited about some of these new things that you've been dealing with, good things, because of something that you've been using. So get up on the mic, and I want you to tell everybody a little bit about what LifeWave is, okay? But then also, am I saying it right? Mm-hmm. Yeah? She's just looking at me. And then the other thing that I want you to do is tell your story of what you talked about today and how long you've been on them.
Okay. Well, first of all, I've been an RN for 36 years and always used holistic measures for good health for myself and my family and friends. But I came across these patches. They're stem cell activation patches. And about 6 months ago, and I've been using them ever since. And just recently, the new things that have improved for myself is today I was exercising. I go to Orange Theory, and that's a high-intensity workout. And so just really trying to get back in shape. And normally they have these ranges that you get into while you're exercising. Like, green is good, orange is better, and then there's a red. But in the orange range, they give these things called splats. And they show up when you've reached a certain part of your workout. And normally, since I've started, it's usually like 0 to 4. So it's not very many.
I'd be negative, so it's okay with me. Go ahead.
But today I did 12, and I was really shocked when I saw that number. Now, I have tried it with our energy patches about 4 different times, and I actually was from 23 to 27 splats when I wear those. But I have to wear like 3 sets of them, so it's kind of a lot. Mm-hmm. But I was really impressed. And, when I wear those, I don't feel as tired. I feel like I can work through it. It's not like I'm dreading trying to hurry up and be done with it or anything.
Well, you have a story, okay? You are very tired. You get what is the syndrome?
I have chronic fatigue syndrome
chronic
since 2000.
Fatigue syndrome. And you got into this because you had found a little bit about it, and it's safe. I want to talk about them. These patches, they have all sorts of different ones.
Right. A variety.
We have different ones for, like, let's say stem cell, some for the energy, some for what else?
Inflammation. For pain, mm-hmm. Sleep, for your skin, for horses, for pain and inflammation.
So for pets as well.
Yes.
Now, but we want to talk a little bit about something, okay? These patches, whether you want to choose it for your stem cell, if you're dealing with sleep issues, if you're dealing with your pet might be dealing with issues, pain, whatever that is, we're going to open up the lines to the audience because you give away these patches. They're free patches that you get that are, they're an activation patch, and it comes along with a free consultation. 5 people are going to win this. Now, you yourself had an issue with chronic fatigue. And you started using them. Mm-hmm. You've been on them now 6 months. Mm-hmm. What's happened?
Well, they helped me with my energy. I mean, it's not back up to where I was before diagnosed with chronic fatigue, but I didn't have to take Adderall anymore, which I would use to help me stay awake during the day. I'm like 1 step below narcolepsy from my last sleep study test.
Wow.
So they've helped me with that. They helped me, actually the very first night, they helped me to sleep better because they do, the stem cell activation patches pretty much covers really everything. Mm-hmm. The other patches we call support patches, and they stimulate other peptides just to help support a little more, So
now, are these safe?
Yes, they're very safe. The only people they've not been tested on are people that have had any kind of organ transplants. So we don't know how they would work with somebody that if they've had like a lung or a liver transplant. There's been no studies done, so we don't recommend it because we just don't know.
So what I remember, what you loved about it the most was there's no needles involved, right? And so you don't have to do anything like that. These are patches that you wear 12 hours on, 12 hours off.
Right.
Okay.
12 hours on to stimulate your stem cells, so that 12 hours off they can be used to go in and fix and repair your body wherever it's needed.
Now, we've got our lines open here for everyone to get entered into win. 5 people are going to win. There are 5 patches that they get.
Yes.
5 of these patches that you put on there completely safe. Our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. You can also call her direct if you want at 602-578-7350. She does free consultations, but we've got our lines open here, and like I said, I'm letting everyone call throughout the rest of the show, that you're going to get 5 of the patches. So they're activation patches, whether it's for the stem cells, which covers everything, and then the others are just boosters, right? So again, 5 people are going to win. 602-277-5369. So obviously you've had a tremendous benefit from wearing them.
Right. And the other part that just recently I found out was that I have Hashimoto's thyroid, diagnosed about 5 years ago. And then I've had some nodules growing. And last December, when I had my ultrasound, they had grown more, and the right side had grown even bigger than the left one. And so they wanted me to get a biopsy because I do have some history of melanoma skin cancers. And so
You're a mess.
Sometimes
a lot of us are.
Some parts, yes. And so anyway, when I went and had an ultrasound done recently, it came back showing that the left side decreased by 1.5 centimeters and the right side decreased by 0.5 centimeter without doing anything else. And normally they just don't shrink up.
Right. So obviously you're saying that it is coming from the patches that you're using.
I definitely feel like that's
Absolutely.
the case.
So again, people that use it, let's talk a little bit about for pain, okay? Because a lot of people deal with pain, and a lot of people are hearing about, stem cells rejuvenate, and they're doing injections, they're doing all sorts of things. You don't have to do that with this.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, these are just a little round Band-Aid looking, about the size of a quarter. You just stick the patch on.
You put it on where it hurts, right?
You do, yes, you do. And if you don't really have any pain, if you have other issues, there's acupuncture points like on the back of your neck on that first bump or below your belly button. The placements are all used pretty much by acupuncture points to get the most benefit.
And so you can call in here and get entered in to win 5 patches. 5 people are going to win 5 patches. Right. Okay, and we've got our lines open here for everyone to call throughout the rest of the show. 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. And when people put these on, I want to tell I think more than anything, this is something where they just got to try it. That's why you offer the patches to everybody.
Right.
I mean, we've got 5 people that are going to win 5 patches, but you want people to try it. It's all about, again, them trying it to see, well, let's see what happens.
Right.
Right?
And some people will notice something right away, but then there's others that won't, because everybody's different. With different treatments, everybody reacts differently.
So here's the thing. Let's talk about our stem cells. Everybody has them, but we start to lose them immediately, right? And by the age of 30, they're like hardly any of them there. Or is that how that works?
Well, by the time 35, you're only making about 50%.
Right, and we need it.
Yes. You need it to go and fix and repair tissues that are destroyed in your body, or cells that are, destroyed in your body from, the oxidation stress.
From the way we live.
Yes, from the pollutants and the foods you eat, and just everything is attacking your body at all times.
And so you've been on it for 6 months, and you've seen a relative different amount of differences that you've had in your energy, right? In your thyroid. That's huge.
Yes.
That you saw that. You must be so happy.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what's going to be next.
And what she's really excited about is sharing it with everybody, sharing it with everyone that's listening here right now. And our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. They're completely safe. 5 people are going to win 5 of these patches. The stem cells for everything, the others are boosters. Give us a call here, 602-277-5369. We're going to keep on going here, okay, because we are live on Facebook. For you, I think it's a fabulous thing that you're seeing results, And do they have it for weight loss as well? Or
they do. There's an SP6 for sugar cravings and appetite control. Yep. Yeah, I forgot to mention that one. So there's that one still, and the Eon for inflammation, and then we have Nirvana, which is good for other addictions and your mood, for depression and anxiety. So yeah, I have a friend that's using it specifically for her depression. The Nirvana,
wow.
And it's really helping her because her other medication just wasn't helping anymore.
We'll keep on trying. Yeah, that's another story there, right there.
So, and one of the callers that signed up to get the patches, he had been in a car accident years ago, and
Did he
he's
get
having
them?
neck problems. Yeah, and
Oh,
when he put them on,
good.
he felt like he had more movement and less pain in his neck, and so
Well,
that's why he
there
signed
you
up.
go. That's a
to
good
get
thing.
'em.
That you help, a few of them.
Yeah, and then one of my son's friend who also had a neck fusion, and now he's having low back pain, but he still has some stiffness in his neck and in his shoulder, and so he's recently signed, just last
I'm
week.
going to talk about that.
He signed up because he was feeling like more motion and
Yeah.
less stiffness in his arm and shoulder.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I lost some of them because they came off my when I was wearing them.
oh,
I don't know
they're
why.
usually pretty good unless you're out in the heat. Now
Well,
I know.
got 'em, it was hot.
Yeah,
I was walking probably.
because then they will, as you're sweating,
I'm sorry.
as you're sweating, they do want to come off, so you have to
I don't know,
use
I
tape
don't
or a
remember.
Band-Aid, or stick them on the inside of your clothes.
That's a good idea. So welcome back. At the break, we talked to Facebook Land, and then we've been talking a little bit about some of Margie's stories. Some of them that you had a caller that called in for your patches the last time you were on. Tell them what happened.
Well, they had mentioned that they had been in a motor vehicle accident years ago and was having some back and neck pain and stiffness, and they tried the sample patches that we got them, and they were able to feel like they had more motion in their neck and a little less pain, and so they were pretty happy about that.
5 people are going to win 5 patches. You got your stem cell patches, those cover everything. Then you have the ones that are boosters, whether it's for energy, pain, weight loss. You said there's one for weight loss.
Yes, it's called SP6, and it's for weight loss, it's for appetite control, and it helps with sugar cravings. And then we also have Nirvana, which is really good for anxiety and depression.
Yeah, and that's really nice. A lot of people deal with, especially this time of the year.
Right.
Can you use it for something that just happens periodically, or is it for somebody that really has, obviously a serious issue? Does it matter?
Well, I mean, if you're taking medication, I do have a friend that has been using them for depression, and she's on medication. But the medication just really wasn't helping out that much, and she just had side effects from other medications. So she started using the patches, and she feels like her depression is better, and she's hoping to be able to get off the medication.
Wow, that's super. That's just something for a lot of people can relate when they find something that actually is helping them. We've got our lines open here for everyone to get entered in to win. 5 people are going to win 5 of these patches. Our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. We're talking about how they work. Okay, 12 hours on, 12 hours off. Where do you put them?
Well, you can put them any place you have pain, first off, and then if you're not necessarily having any pain, or if it's pain all over, then we recommend just like at the back of your neck, that first bump, or below your belly button, because then it works all over.
So these are activating what we already have.
Right. Well, what they do, yes, they activate.
Let's talk about that.
They activate this GHK-Cu copper peptide that was discovered in 1973 by Dr. Pickering, and it has been shown to activate more stem cells, and it does all sorts of things like wound healing, tissue repair, just cancer, helps with cancer cells, all kinds of things. You can look it up under reverse aging with ghk.com, and all his information is there. And so they help with decreasing inflammation. One of the patches we have called Eon, they really recommend wearing that with the X39 all the time, because it helps to decrease the inflammation, and it kind of helps boost it, because when you have inflammation in your body, the inflammation eats up stem cells. So you don't want the inflammation eating up your new stem cells that you just made, because you want those to get out there and fix and repair your body wherever it's needed, because your body has the innate nature to go and fix whatever it is needs to be fixed right away to keep you alive and going. We may want it to fix our wrinkles in our face, but that's not usually a priority. But some people do get results right away with that, because it just depends what kind of health you're in, what kind of diet you have, and you need to definitely drink water with these. But let me just say that the patches are not here to diagnose, treat, prevent, cure any disease, and that if you're pregnant or nursing on any medications or have any medical conditions, that it's always good to check with your doctor first.
Absolutely, but these things they're safe, and the only way you're going to find out is by giving them a shot. They can talk to you about that. You do free consultations. Your number is 602-578-7350. We've got our lines open here. 5 people are going to win 5 patches. You get the stem cells, that covers everything, and then of course the booster ones as well. So our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free is 1-866-536-1100. You've had Hashimoto's disease for how long?
Probably 5 years now.
Yeah. And so what is that like when you have that disease? What's it feel like?
Well, first of all, it makes you more tired usually. Your hair starts thinning out, lost eyebrows, some eyelashes, your hair, kind of goes away to some degree.
That's sad.
But the biggest thing for me is just my fatigue. I mean, I already had chronic fatigue syndrome, so this only made me more tired. So I know it's going to take a while to get my energy back to really normal. I used to be a very energetic person. But after today, I'm really hopeful that it's really...
Yeah, because you saw such a difference in your activity at the gym, you know, and that they kind of tracked that, gave you an idea of where you're at with that, which is awesome. Must have made it feel really, really, really good. You said that you can use them on pets as well.
Yes, you can use them on any pet. We just say you can use them full strength, or you can just use the ones you used after 12 hours. The next day, put it on your dog.
Recycling.
Yes. And I've been using mine on my dog because he's got cataracts. And
you had mentioned, let's talk about that.
So it looks like his cataracts are getting smaller, and they're not as, deep a white. It's like they're fading and getting smaller in diameter.
Where do you put his patches?
I put it on the collar, on his back of his neck.
Okay.
But you can put them like under their bed or any place they lay, because within 3 inches, they still will give benefit to the body.
Okay.
So I do a lot of work outside, gardening and stuff. So if you do wear them out in the heat and sweat a lot, then they're going to fall off.
So, but you said that you could put them on your clothes.
Yeah, you can stick them on the inside of your clothes, like you would
and
just
it will
stick
still
inside of your
activate
shirt.
the same way.
Yep, still works.
We've got 5 people that are going to win 5 of these patches. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. People, listen up. You're hearing this. It could be you yourself that needs it for you. You might own a spa. What a great type of a person for you to work with that might be able to help your clients out a little bit more. Also, if you're a doctor, that helps with that. If you don't want to necessarily do the needles, this is another way of going about it.
It's a lot cheaper than injections or IVs.
What about massage places?
We have a lot of massage therapists and naturopaths and chiropractors in our practice. I mean, a lot of holistic people, practitioners that use these patches in their practice.
Well, you've been doing it for 6 months, and you've definitely seen a difference. And for people, when you think about the amount of issues that people have, you talked about so many of them today. And when we come down to this time of the year, a lot of people are depressed. A lot of people are overeating, right? Because it's that time of the year. The stress that people have. Our pets are all also, they don't have to be given the same thing. These are things that they can work. It's all natural, right?
Totally. It's just the center is made up of organic amino crystals, acid crystals, and water and salt and sugar, and that's all it is. It's just like phototherapy. It's just reflecting your own body's light and heat back into your own body to stimulate that GHK-Cu copper peptide that in turn stimulates making more stem cells. Because by the time you're 65, you're making very little stem cells. So that's why when you get to be around that age, if you get sick or injured, we just don't heal and recover.
I know.
So well.
Tell me about it. So it's important that we taking charge of our own health. I think that is what we're really talking about here. Taking charge of your own health. You don't have to have the needles. You don't have to have those. This is something that they offer that it is safe. That's one thing that we want you to know, that obviously it is safe. You wear them 12 hours on, 12 hours off. They're good for sugar craving, diabetics, you said. You also said for depression, weight loss, for obviously pain. And she's using it for energy as well, which, you've had all of the above practically with all the different things. So you can call in here. 5 people are going to win 5 of these patches. Our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. People, when they go up on the website, we want them to understand that you give out your phone number, you want them to call, and you want me to connect with them, because the information is there, but people don't really know. It's best off for they call you, they talk to you, or they call in here. I'll get you connected with you, and then you can help with trying to understand all of what it is.
Right. Plus, I can get them the wholesale price. If you just go online, then you're going to pay retail.
Nobody wants to pay retail.
Why pay retail when you can get wholesale price?
Right. Sure.
So, I mean, they're like less than a cup of coffee. Definitely less than Starbucks cup of coffees.
And it could change. It could be a game changer for you, and you don't know until you try. Have the free consultation with her. Her phone number again, it's 602-578-7350. These are patches. They're activation patches. They're stem cells, but they also have the other boosted ones. One for weight loss, one for pain, one for depression, one for energy. So there's all sorts of them in there. And right now, 5 people are going to win 5 of these patches. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Call in here. We're going to let everyone call throughout the rest of the show for these. And by the way, this is something else I want to say. A lot of people listen, and I'm thankful for it all. Calling in, let her get in touch with you and let her talk to you and have that consultation, because you want to do something about ourselves, right? That's the next step after calling in. Let's do something. So our number here is 602-277-5369.